second, please. Whoops. Oh, it does that still. There. We are live with Algo 382. And we got that tweeted there. And I did get this right here. Give me one second. Yeah. Tesla and Chewy. Ooh, Shirley. Tesla. And we got that tweeted there. Alright. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There. One more second, guys. We're good. We got our technical difficulties from last week have been solved, so we're good here today. We get this here, here, and here. All right, cool. Good stuff. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in this evening. So I hope everybody had a wonderful and blessed weekend. And here we are for another episode of the weekly Elliott Wave analysis, Riding the Waves with John and Paul. We've got Paul joining us out here from Colorado. Paul, you out there?
Yeah, hey, how's it going, people? Hope you're having a good weekend, getting ready for another bullish week, hopefully.
Awesome, and great to hear it. And we're here in South Carolina, so beautiful day today. Got a little rain this evening, but was able to get to the beach this afternoon, so it was that was a nice thing. So get us nice and refreshed for a full trading week this week. We had a little bit of a short week last week, but didn't stop them from pushing it to all-time highs. So pretty cool stuff there. So guys, today in the Elliott Wave Show, we're going to be talking about the 3 of 3. So it's a pretty cool one. So looking forward to talking about that. But before we get started, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see where we left off with the market on Friday, and then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening. And then we're going to turn it over to Paul, and he's going to talk about the 3 of 3 and the meaning of it and why it's so powerful. And then if there's time left over, we'll take some questions and chart requests. So let's get started. All right. So SPX guys. Again, they were at 40 points, almost 50 points on Friday. Really amazing what they did. Obviously, monthly chart here is still green, but what was really cool what they did was they managed to turn the weekly chart green, right? And that started to actually curl back up the McClellan Oscillator, which was getting really close to the minus 100 area. But now we have to see what kind of candle this is going to turn out to be. Is it going to be a hammer candle, right, with a momentum type move to the upside, just kind of like a big pause to the upside, or is it going to turn into kind of like a hanging man type candle and try to reverse its way back, right? We usually don't see that too often out there, but you never know. It is a possibility. Daily chart again, really impressive stuff, guys. They got everybody kind of a little bit scared right on Thursday after the Fed minutes, but it was the Fed minutes and they didn't really say anything new, and just a little bit of indigestion overnight. We woke up and we're down like 50, 60 points, so that was a little bit concerning to be like, hey, maybe something's going on here underneath the market, but it was just an opportunity to buy the dip again. So they ended up buying that. Look at that strong candle there on Friday. So really, really cool stuff there, and our wave count's been pretty good here, going that we've been reviewing the last couple weeks, right? We had this 1, 2, and this impulsive channel up. It was slow. It wasn't super duper impulsive. Then we ended up finishing up and just kind of pushed above that impulsive channel, right? To kind of finish that wave. And then we saw this pullback right here. We're like, hey, maybe that's the wave 4. But then we also said that there was a possibility that we'd get one of these ABC type pullbacks. So we continue to monitor, and then we got this nice pullback right here on that down on Thursday. And then we said, okay, maybe this is an expanded flat, right? We talked about that in the past, right? The fake out wave B. So that was clearly a fake out wave B right there, ABC. And then we're like, okay, let's see what kind of wave 2 we get. And I believe this wave 2 is a 618, right? Which is pretty common for the wave 2. Look at that. Let's take a look right here. Yeah, right to the 618, a lower shadow off of that. Pretty amazing stuff right there. So 1, 2, and then we just got the impulsive wave 3 up. So the real question is going to this week, how far is this impulsive wave going to continue? So Paul's going to talk about wave 3s or 3 in a little bit, right? So we're going to see what they do. They continue to push it up, or we're going to get a wave 4 pullback and then see things keep going. So pretty cool stuff there. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening. So a little bit flat here overnight. So just kind of a little bit green, right? We're up about 2 points right here. So again, look at that huge move that they did at the end of the day on Friday. Just incredible stuff. And just all Friday, just super duper bullish, right? So one of the things we could do is we can just kind of keep an eye on this geometric line right here. and see how that holds going into tomorrow. But basically, just kind of chopping around right now, and we'll see if they continue to push this going into tomorrow. Maybe they'll give us a little bit of fun intraday again, and one way or the other. So just kind of keep an eye on it right here, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if we did. We did have a big push up right here. If we got kind of an ABC pullback, right, and then we'll look for more impulsive action off of that if that does happen. So we'll see where we go from there. But anyway, guys, once again, really happy to have Paul here this evening with us for the Elliott Wave Show. And today we're going to be talking about the 3 of 3. And so, Paul, if you're ready and you got your charts pulled up, let's talk about it. What is the 3 of 3, and what are we looking at on those?
All right. Hey, thanks, John. Here we go. I'm going to start out just by drawing an impulse wave, and we'll look at a wave 3, and then I'll get the 3 of 3 in there. But basically, here's our regular impulse wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside this wave 3, we're also going to have another wave 3. So we can have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 3 of the 3 would be right in the middle, about right here. And this part of the wave is the most explosive, fastest part of the wave 3. Usually, if I'm looking at a chart and trying to find where's wave 3, what's the count, I just look for the gap, because the 3 of the 3 is usually represented by a gap. It's usually where you see those gaps. That pretty much telling you that's right in the middle. So we have our impulse here. You can even go further out and say, well, what if we had a wave 1 up here and then a wave 2 down and then this 3, 4, 5? So you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So basically, if you're looking at charts and you find the 1, 2, 1, 2, you're going right into the 3 of the 3, the most explosive part of the wave.
That's awesome. So that's why, guys, that's why we like trading. The best waves to trade in Elliott Wave are wave 3, wave 5, and wave C, right? Because the other ones can get really tricky. There's a lot of nuances and stuff like that. But you can see here that if you're involved in this wave 3 of 3, it's a great place to potentially be able to hold a trade, right? One of the hardest things with trading is being able to hold, right? And so if you're involved in wave 3 of 3 and the count is good, then there's a good chance that will even continue even after pullbacks, right? So if we can get involved in that, that's why we always look for these 1, 2, 1, 2s. If we can get involved in that wave 3 of 3, oftentimes that's an area that we can enjoy holding a trade for a little bit longer. So really, really cool stuff.
Yeah. Here's some real life examples here. Let's see. Here we go. What is this? SSYS. We had a corrective wave down, and then we had a 1, 2, 1, 2. And you can see wave 2 goes into this prior wave 2's territory. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 1, 2 versus a 1, 2, 3, 4. But here you go. Here's a real life 1, 2, 1, 2. We're looking at a wave 3 going up, hopefully up into here somewhere. Here is MGNI. This is a really hot setup for tomorrow. This is usually just for our members, but I threw this one out there for you guys. Really like it. You can see the 5 waves in this first wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have a 2 down, 1 up, and a 2 down right to the 786. So we have a real possible for a real explosive 1, 2, 1, 2, and then a really fast wave 3 here, which could even be a couple gaps.
Nice. Let's keep an eye on this MGNI. Great share on that one.
Yeah, this is a hot one. What else do we got? LAC. Same thing. We had a wave 1 up, 2 down, wave 1 up, and another 2 down. So this would be wave 3 of 3 of 3.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that could be pretty impulsive as well. That's a good one to keep an eye on.
Yep. So there's LAC. That might be, let's see. Actually, I got one more. THCB. This is another 1, 2, 1, 2. You can see the wave 2 came way down into this territory of this wave 2. But we're looking for this to be another explosive move. This is another setup that's usually just for members, but I threw this one out there for you guys.
That's awesome. Great stuff. Yeah, so our members take advantage of Paul's charts all the time. So what do we mean by members? So anybody who's joined us and is not familiar with it and likes Elliott Wave, Paul is in charge of our Elliott Wave channel in our group, and we have a Discord that has an Elliott Wave channel. So we've got a lot of members in there that bounce chart ideas off of Paul. Paul will put a watch list out in the morning, and we pick a couple names off of that we end up putting in our bubble report, our morning report in the morning. So we've got our Discord and we've got our bubble report. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely check out the links in the description. Paul does a great job in there with helping folks with Elliott Wave counts. Whether you're new to Elliott Wave or experienced with Elliott Wave, sometimes it helps to bounce some wave counts off of somebody, and Paul's a great person to do that with.
Thanks. And what do we got here? Microsoft. This is a 1-2-1-2, just so you guys can see what could happen. We got a nice wave three here, almost to the 2.618. Not sure if this is going to keep going, but they do a quick wave four pullback. But this is what we're looking for after a 1-2-1-2.
Nice. Yeah, that is a perfect example of a wave three right there. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful move. And so when you can get that count, you can get some confirmation that these things are moving in your favor, particularly in this case here with Microsoft, right? We knew the Qs were really strong. We knew Amazon was moving, right? So Microsoft being a heavy weighted name too, just riding its ADMA up there here on the 4 hour chart and just making a really, really nice move up right there. That's where we want to be involved. And so if you're involved in that, right, and it is a larger wave three, right? No shame in taking profits up here because if we do get this wave four pullback, there's still room to go here on some runners, right, to make a nice move. So that's a great example right there.
Yeah, this could still be going up. Something else. This is from the bubble report. This is LMT. I've been watching this one for a while just because it has some really nice structure. This wave three was right to the 2.618. And we had this ABC correction. I kind of like this B wave. It's a real recognizable Z shape. So we got the A, B, and then we get our 5 wave move down for wave two. It was a very short wave too. It only went to 38%. I was expecting it to go further, but it looks like the bulls came in early and started an impulse here. So I was looking at this thinking this might be a good one for the bubble report. And I put it in this day where we had a 1-2-1-2, and I didn't put the 1-2 in here, but this is another nested 1-2 right to the 618. So what did it do the next day? We got not a huge up, but we did get a nice up day. Probably going to keep going in wave three for LMT.
Nice. Definitely want to keep an eye on there too. And guys, I don't know if everybody heard about it, but Sir Richard Branson went into space this weekend, had a successful space flight. And so LMT always worries me when it gets bullish, right? It usually means that there's like some sort of because it's a war machine, right? So usually it gets bullish when there's some sort of international conflict or something like that. But with this space. This weekend, very, very possible it gaps up on this news unless they try to sell it for some reason. I just can't imagine they do. I have this hunch that space is going to gap up like to 60 or more tomorrow and could be really impulsive. So if it does, that could really draw up the aerospace sector just because of the hype of getting into space, right, on this commercial flight. And so so that could help LMT, could help names like Boeing, stuff like that. So and the ARC X even for Kathy there too. So there's a couple names to kind of keep an eye on as well. And what do you think about space there, Paul?
I think it's got a good shot. It's a 1-2 where we have this wave one up, and we have this kind of sideways, kind of strange motion for a couple days, but it does count as an A, B, C, and then another 1-2. And with the news, yeah, I think there's a good chance we could bounce up here for sure. Cool. Or gap up overnight.
I think it's definitely something to keep an eye on, for some impulsive action going into tomorrow for sure. So cool stuff, guys. I've only got a couple of names on my radar going into this week, Elliott Wave wise. So just some decent movers, right? There's a couple that have been pretty big recently, but look like they're getting a little exhausted. But let's take a look at Snow. So Snow's a big one. This was actually in our bubble report a couple days ago, looking like it was getting ready to move, and of course it did get a really impulsive move off of that one. But I really like this breakout candle. It's incredible. However you want to look at this could be a wave one, ABC wave two, and it looks like it might be working on a wave three. I wouldn't be surprised if such a big candle like this. I wouldn't be surprised to get a little bit of a pullback and get things going. But if this thing gaps up tomorrow and shows some impulsive price action, let's see if any dips are buyable on this one. It could be pretty interesting on Snow. The other one that I'm looking at going into tomorrow and this week is Coin. This was an interesting one, right? So this is pretty tough. But here, if you look at this as an impulsive wave up, right? So I'll just kind of put a little bit of a label on this right here. So if they look at this as a wave one up, right? This could be a ABC wave two, right? And this could be a subwave one of three, right? And here's your wave two of two, and we might actually be starting wave three of three here. And I like this corrective channel pullback right here. So it's kind of a nice flag breakout. We cleared some key levels, right? And so we had a nice close on Friday. A little bit of too big of an upper shadow to get me excited for an overnight. But if we gap up and this thing starts to go, right, we might actually be working on a wave three on this one, which Kathy'd be happy about. I know she's been buying every single red candle on this one through the whole way, and she loaded up on this one, I believe, last week. I think she bought like $53 million worth of coin last week. So I definitely think it's something to keep an eye on and see if this is ready to work its way up here for this basically a wave 3 of 3. So we'll see how that goes here, right? Because this is sub wave 3, and we could put a larger wave 3 up here. So those are the two ones that are on my radar going into next week. So definitely ones to keep an eye on there. So good stuff. So at this point now, if anybody's got any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window. Hopefully, you guys found that Wave 3 of 3 discussion helpful, and we'll try to get through as many as we can here this evening. Obviously, and we'll try to wrap up around 8 o'clock here Eastern time, maybe 8:10 at the latest, and we'll try to get through as many as we can. But if we don't get to your chart request, be sure to bring them to the live stream tomorrow here on YouTube, because I usually do a lightning round at the end and pretty much usually get to all the charts. So good stuff there. So, okay, so we've got a few out here. Let's take a look. Let me make sure I didn't get any others. Oh, we got one tweeting right here. GT and YT for alphabets. Let me add that GT and YT. That's GT and YT. So we got a couple of those there. And oh, no, YT is just saying YouTube. So just GT. So just GT. Okay, cool. Just GT. I think you said that here, unless I don't understand. Okay, cool, yeah. All right, that looks good. All right, good. So I'm going to transfer this over to Paul, and let's see what we got out there, guys. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you guys are finding this helpful. So we've got, the Nest has got ANET on the radar.
ANET, let's see what I got for ANET. Let's see here. Looks like we got a nice impulse up here for ANET. This looks like probably a 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get a count on here. Yeah, this does look bullish. It looks like we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and probably working on a wave 5 up. Let's see, projectile. Yeah, it looks like we're just starting this wave 5 up here, and we got some bullish candles above the ADMA. So yeah, bullish on ANET.
Nice, great find on that one. So Pat. Pratik, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So thanks so much. Ollie, Wally, what's going on? Yeah, we got CPI this week. Oh, yeah, we got the Fed this week, too. Fed's in the middle of the month this week. So we got Wednesday Fed Day. So that's always fun. And we'll see what they have in store for that one. So cool one. What's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing great. And Shirley sent a few in via email. Shirley, hope you're doing great out there. We got Tesla on the radar. How's Tesla doing?
Tesla, let's see here. I have another chart of this somewhere else, but actually, let me try and find it really quick.
Yeah, we did a whole series last week on Tesla and Roku, and Tesla's a tricky one. You know, they had a little bit of a meltdown on their new Plaid vehicle that they really haven't come out and defended yet. So this has been a tough one for it to get bullish until they can really, I don't know, figure out what's going on with their new vehicle just spontaneously combusting. So that's kind of a big deal for the bullish side. So I'm kind of in between right here, and so is the chart. The chart's really complex right now.
Okay, here's what we got. This chart's kind of messy because there's a couple ways this could go. I have this going up in an impulsive move up here. However, it could be a triangle that we just finished, an ABCDE triangle. But there's like 3 or 4 different triangle counts, but I think we're going up in an impulse, whatever the count is.
Okay, so maybe they'll come out with some good
Tesla.
news.
Yeah.
Nice. And how about Chewy?
Chewy, oh, that had a really nice candle, I believe.
Good day on Friday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, Chewy. We had a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, then we had another 1, another 2. So this is a 3 of the 3 that we got going right now.
Okay.
So yeah, bullish on Chewy.
Let's see if Chewy's ready to go. Nice, good find on that one. GG, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. You've got XELA, X-Ray Echo Lima Alpha.
XLEA.
XELA.
Let's see here.
Yeah, excellent. I guess. Yeah, I don't think I've ever looked at this chart.
XELA. This looks like it has potential. Let's see here.
A little penny name with a little recent movement.
We had a move up. This is probably wave 1, wave 2 down. This is probably starting a wave 3 up right here.
Could be starting a wave 3. Nice.
Yeah, like this is wave 1,
yep.
Down to wave 2, and then we're going up. Let me plug these in right here. Let's see, wave lines. So this could be the count we're looking at right here that we just started a wave one up, we might get a little wave two pullback and then more upside.
So you can get more strength on that. Nice, good find on that one. Interesting, nice penny name on that one. Cool. And Bobby, thoughts on space? I think we covered a little bit of the thoughts on space right there. I mean, basically, I mean, the successful space flight. Right? I just can't imagine they try to sell the news on that one. I think this. I mean, just on any positive news that space has had, it's just they've been gapping it up, right? So I've got a hunch they gap this thing up to like 60 tomorrow. Now, if they sell it at the open, that's a different thing. But I think we might see a big gap on it. Could have been an interesting Friday over the weekend lotto, right? But you never know. The reason why it was a lotto is like the flight could have been delayed, right, because of weather and all that stuff. So and there was some rain in this area, so in the different areas, but. So that could be interesting there. So yeah, so that's kind of the thoughts on space. We'll just have to see what the price action is in the morning, but I think we're probably going to see a gap up on it. So, Adriana, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday. So you got Apple on the radar.
Apple, what account we got for Apple here? Let's see. This is a big wave three that we're working right now. One, two. We're still in wave three on the sub waves. It looks like we had a wave four pullback to 23%, which is bullish. So we have more upside left for Apple. Still going up.
I'm just gonna. The one thing I'm tracking on Apple on this one, so there is a possibility, right, that we talked about on SPX that we could have a little subwave 4 pullback. If we do, look at Apple for a potential retrace, and the only reason look at for a potential retrace just because of our harmonic count on this one right here. This has given us a really nice move. This extension right here is like the finish of a crab pattern, and it's right at the 3618 from this pullback right here. So basically, the cool thing about Apple is that ever since this market's been going to all-time highs, Apple really hasn't been playing along, and it's basically the heaviest weighted company, and it's on the Dow, it's on the Nasdaq, and it's on the S&P. And so so when Apple's not really playing along, it's tough to be like, okay, really this market's going to all-time highs and Apple's not there. Well, it finally played catch up with this harmonic wing right here. It's a little bit extended at the 3618, so I wouldn't be surprised if the market does pull back tomorrow. Watch for Apple for maybe a little ABC pullback, but I do think Paul's bullish count on that one is still valid. I just watch it for being a little extended right there. That's all I've got on that one. And what else, Paul? You got the XLF? Yeah, that's a big one to keep an eye on here too.
Working on XLF. Let's see here. XLF. Looks like we just had this big push up in XLF, and we had what looks like a wave A down. This could be doing an ABC down. It's hard to call if the market's going to be going up. We could have an ABC down like that for a wave two down in this area. Also possible, I guess we could have a bullish alt where this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 4,
right.
5.
Yeah.
It's not the most compelling count that I'd want to get into unless I saw this really going up.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one to watch this week. A lot of times, as good as they say, as go the bank, so go the market. I think this is an important one to watch this week. So Ollie Wally mentioned that the Fed is this week. It's going to be on Wednesday. So the banks often do react to the Fed, right? So what was interesting about the XLF on the last Fed day was it went up, right, and everything else kind of went down, and then it did a complete reversal off of that, right? So if you remember here, right, we had this. Let me kind of see if I can find let's go to the hourly time frame right here. So we had this big up move, right, on the last Fed, and we had this big, and everything else is going down, and then the next day it came back to the scene of the breakdown and continued to break down even farther, right? So it was bullish after the Fed, and then complete reversal off of that. So it's really basically just back to the prior Fed levels, right? So we really want to see what what the Fed's got to say this week about inflation and rates and things like that, and to see how it reacts to these levels, and if they do decide to keep it bullish. So definitely keep an eye on that wave count one way or the other. So good stuff there. Cool one. So you got a couple on the radar right here too. So you got Beam.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't been looking at this one in a while, but I'm just noticing that we have 2618 retraces for Beam here. We have a big wave one up, wave two down, hits the 618 to the tick. We have another wave one up, a wave two down, almost a 618. So I think this is probably a zigzag on a smaller time frame. I actually put this on a 2-day so I could get the bigger count. But Beam could be getting ready to do something like this, where we just finished this wave two down and we're starting wave three up. So good call on Beam.
Nice. Cool one's been finding some great ones. And you also got Sophie on the radar. We got to look at that one.
Sophie, that's been, I was looking at this last week.
It's been a hot name.
So
Wild name.
I got this on, let's see, a 4 hour chart. We had our ABC down to the 786, which tells me it's probably in, and this could be a 1-2. This would be one you just have to watch, but it does look like wave 2 is in, and we're potentially about to start a wave 3 up.
Cool. Good find on that one. Cool one too. Nice stuff right there. And Inc. Microsoft, Paul covered that one a little bit earlier. Definitely had a nice wave 3 of 3 push to the upside. So again, like we said, if the market does, it might move with the market. Right? If we get a little wave 4 pullback, Microsoft might pull back a little bit too, but also could still be pretty bullish. So good stuff there. Samir, you got PLTR on the radar. Let's take a look.
PLTR, yeah, this is a lot of people have been looking at this and talking about it. There's two schools of thought here. We definitely had our wave 3 up. We definitely had this move down, but the move down looks like a classic 5 wave move, right?
It
One,
does, yeah.
two, three, four, five. So if you get a 5 wave move down, what does that say? That that says we're going to have a zigzag.
Zigzag.
If this were a 3 wave move like a zigzag, then we could be going up. But what I think is going to happen is we're going to have a push up. That's a B wave to the 618, and then probably a pullback.
But what
Other
a,
school, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the other school of thought is this is in and we're going up from here. But I
Yeah.
would look at the 618.
Keep an eye
If
on
we
that for
break
sure.
through the 618, then we could keep going.
But what a great example of a wave 3 of 3 on PLTR, right? Over
Oh yeah,
from
right
mid June.
here.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
1-2, 1-2, and boom.
Boom, look at that. And then so you can see here, guys, I'm going to try to put my mouse over here simultaneously. Right involved in that wave 3 right here. You can get some nice profit off of that. It gets a little bit crazy off of that. But if you got some runners and you can finish off the rest of that wave 3, what a beautiful, beautiful move on that one. Very, very nice. That's why we love wave 3s of 3. 1-2, 1-2. So good stuff there. And we may as well take a look at Tilray here too. Definitely want to the pot sector is definitely want to keep an eye on here. They're talking about some federal legalization of pot. So we'll see when that news actually hits or not.
Yeah, this may be ready to go. We've been saying this for a long time, but we do have an A, B, C, and you can count 5 waves down and the C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wave C of 2 could be in. This could be a 1-2. So potentially, finally, starting wave 3 after how long have you been waiting for this? I don't know, months, years.
I know. So please, Tilray, get a normal wave structure. Goodness gracious, I love it. And so good stuff there. And Thierry, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. You got Neo on the radar. I think it's definitely worth taking a look at.
See. Neo. Okay, Neo. Looks like we had our wave 1 up in blue. We had an ABC down, and Neo is another one that looks like it had a wave 1 up and is potentially going to start wave 3 up.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, it was kind of a rough move. A little bit of selling going on these, right? The Chinese electric vehicle names had some good numbers recently, right? And they sold the news on that. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of retail got hit on those. So now we'll see if the big money is getting ready to buy this thing up again. So we'll see how that goes there. And so, Fatty, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So the question, you've got a question here. So how do you recognize it as a 1-2 and a 1-2 1-2 and not another pattern?
That's a good question. A lot of times you can get a leading diagonal. Let's see, I'm actually on here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes instead of a 1-2 1-2, it's just a leading diagonal where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 making up wave 1. So to tell the difference, usually leading diagonals are all made up of 3. ABC, 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 ABC. So one sign is if you have a 5-wave move that it could be a 1-2 1-2.
Nice. Yeah, leading diagonal is a great clue, right? Because what does it say? It's a leading diagonal, right? It's telling us that this thing's getting ready to go bullish. So that gives us that you get those overlaps, right? You get the 4 overlapping wave 1, and they're all 3 waves. But that can give us a really good clue that 1-2 1-2 is really starting. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is a little bit tricky. Sometimes you just have to look at the price action and see what happens because it could go either way a lot of times.
Yeah, absolutely. And Rashad, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So you said, Paul, please show how are you drawing your wave 5 target in TradingView?
Okay, let me see. Let me get a blank screen here. So let's say we had a wave 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want to know where this 5 is going to be. Okay, so what I do is I would go to my trend-based fib extension tool, click the bottom of 1, top of 3, bottom of 4, and this should give us our 618. That was pretty close. How about that? So this would be a very common algo target for wave five. It is the 618, 1 plus 3 minus 4. There is another way to check it. I don't need to go into this, but since I started, you could do a fib from 3 to 4, and you can play the 132. This is also another target, the 132. But generally, the 618 is the most common.
That's awesome. And Rajat, too, at the bottom of the chat window right now, I'm going to paste a show that we did here, one of the Elliott Wave shows that we did here on fib extensions. This is a great one just to kind of go back. I review it sometimes too, and just I'm like, oh yeah, that's how we do it. So this is a great one, a great video to look at there too, guys. Just to where we go over setting up all those fib extensions. So check out that link there in the description. So good stuff. So Fatty, you've also got AHT on the radar. Not sure I know what that one is, but
Oops, AHT. The name sounds familiar. Let's see if I have a count.
it's a new. Oh yeah, it looks like you're working on this one here too.
Yeah,
Every time I
let's
see it, it looks
see.
like I'm like I see a permutation of the all-time highs. Yeah, that makes sense. You have an AHT. Let's take a look.
Okay, so yeah, this a lot of people have been looking at this one. It looks like so far we do have a wave one up. You can see the five waves, then A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This isn't going up yet. It's still below the ADMA, and this doesn't look that impressive. It's just one to watch and see if we can get a wave three here.
The impulsive action on it, nice. And Alphabet sent one in via Twitter. He's got a GT on the radar. Like good
GT,
times.
good times. Let's see here. GT. All right. Go to a daily. Okay, so this looks like a 1, 2, 3. This is probably a 3, 4. Let me see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this could be a wave one. This could be a wave two down to here. When I look at the fibs, it's a pretty deep wave two, but we could possibly see a reversal here and start a wave three up
Nice.
like that. Let's see, wave line. So yeah, we could get a wave three here, but this for now it hasn't started. Just got to watch and see if we get an impulsive price action here.
Awesome stuff. Good. All right, guys. So we're running a little bit short on time here. So we'll probably go for like maybe 4 or 5 more charts. And so if we don't get yours tonight, guys, definitely be sure to tune into the live stream tomorrow and bring your chart requests then too. I'll be able to run through those and kind of take a look at them and see what we think. So, but Bobby's got AMC on the radar. Let's take a look.
AMC. Okay, AMC. We have an impulsive move up, wave three, and this is. I'm seeing if this could still legally be a triangle. I'm not sure it can, but this looks like a corrective move for wave four, no matter how you count it. We haven't started wave five up, so this is another one I'd want to wait and see some bullish price action before I got long for
Yeah,
AMC.
maybe like some movies like they come out, people can actually go to the movie theater and watch stuff. Might get it going again, but it's always hard to imagine the stock at like over $5. But it's the whole meme thing has been going, so keep an eye on it, see how it goes. So that could be good. Armando's got now on the radar.
Now, I think, let's see now. Yeah, no, this is a good one. I was just looking at this. Need to throw a quick count on here. This could be
The gap fill
1,
recently too. Amazing.
2. Let me see. How was I counting this? This could be a 3, 4, and we're still going up in 5. So very likely 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still going up in wave 5. So bullish on now.
Nice. Good stuff there. And John, we covered LMT in the opening part of the show, so if you can get to see that, definitely tune back to the beginning of it. Mookie's got Disney on the radar.
Disney. That was a fun one last week. Let's see here. Disney. Go to 3 hour. This had a really long wave too. We finished wave one, then we had this ABC, and then we had an up move, then we had another ABC down. So it ended up being I have it as a WXY anyways, but this looks like an ABC. We finished wave 2. We are going up in wave 3 for sure with the long way to go. I'd have to look at this on a smaller time frame. This is probably, yeah, this is probably
Asterisk,
one,
not a guarantee.
4. we're probably doing something like that, and then we're going to continue up. So definitely bullish on Disney.
We've definitely been tracking Diz. I really like how it got out of that channel and kind of retested it a couple times right here. We had some impulsive price action on it recently, which is I was like, when I saw it, I was like, goodness gracious, it takes you for a ride before getting going. But I guess it's just what is it called? I don't know, what are the roller coasters? But anyway, good stuff there. Brandon, yeah, we checked out Neo already, so that was about 5 chart requests ago. So definitely, if you missed that, be sure to check that out there too. And then Shreya's got Vizio on the radar. Vizio, I've seen that come up a lot recently, but VZIO.
Let's see, BZIO, BZIO. Let's see here. So I got it on a daily here. Oh, this is a short one. Let's see here what we can make of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking at this, it does look sideways pretty much, but it's possible, if, we could get a wave 3 here or something like this. Wave lines. We could get this wave 3, wave 4. This would be wave 5. So this could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're talking about wave 3 of threes, and this 3 would actually be much longer than that. It'd be something like that. So this would be wave 3 of 3 of 3.
Nice.
So if we get some bullish price action, yeah, this looks really good.
Cool. Good. I love it. So you found a 3 of 3. I love it. Good stuff there, guys. All right, just a few more charts out there. Let's take a look. So, John, what's going on? Good to see you've got Oxy on the radar.
Let's see.
We looked at the XLF a little bit earlier, so definitely check that out. And of course, we got the Fed this week. But let's see what oil, like one of these oil names, is up to right here. Oxy was on our radar the other day.
I think I was tracking this before, but I know my chart's probably a little messy here. Oxy. 1, 2, and this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is probably a
subwave.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know. This could be starting wave 3, or we could end up doing an ABC for a deeper wave 2.
Yeah, a little bit tricky right there. Good stuff.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones. If we start getting bullish price action and break above this high, it could be getting a wave 3.
Nice. And good. So Luis has got AMD on the radar. I know I've got a pretty bullish count on that one. What you got on that one on AMD, Paul?
Oh, look at this. I was going to say we're going to get a wave 4 pullback, but it looks like we already got it. So, wow. Yeah, bullish on AMD. This is a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 again down to the 6, 1, 8. So yeah, we're going up. AMD is going up.
Oh yeah. Like it. Not a guarantee, but but yeah, it looks pretty bullish right there. So yeah, definitely been tracking the wave 5. And John, yeah, I'm calling wow, I love it. Yeah, good stuff. That's been doing some good moves on that one there too. And anyway, guys, let's see. Oh, the Nest. Yeah, I know the Nest has been pointing out wow as well too. That's great, guys. I'm glad it's working out for you. So the Nest said would like to do a quick appreciation comment for BH for Bubblehead. That's awesome. Thanks for doing these live streams. You've gained so much knowledge from it, and appreciate the helpful levels and ideas from it. That's really great. I really appreciate it, Nest. Thanks so much, guys. All right, so Rajat said an excellent explanation. Thanks, Paul and John. And we'll just wrap up here, guys. Sorry if I'm not able to get to everybody's here tonight, but let's take a look. Furbo's got one out there, and then we'll wrap it up here. We got Upstart, UPST.
UPST. Upstart. Okay, looks like I had this in the box.
Yeah, it looks like he's just kind of chopping around right now, yeah.
Looks like I'm going to move this 2 over. So this is probably an A, B, C, and we could be starting wave 3 up. If this is another one, I would wait till we get out of the box before I got into this one.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some volume and get this thing going again. So good stuff, guys. Wow, everybody. Well, sorry we're not able to get to everybody's requests and everything, but really appreciate everybody for tuning in. So be sure to tune in tomorrow night here on YouTube for the Elliott Wave, or for the for our regular show. Bring your chart requests in. I usually do a lightning round and can pretty much get through everybody as long as not too many. So good stuff there. Reed, thanks for the great chart reviews. I love it. Thanks so much. And thanks, guys. Thanks, Fatty. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. And Paul, thanks for being here, guys. If you like bouncing Elliott Wave charts off of somebody, Paul's a great person to do it with, and he's in our Discord, right? So if you want to chat with Paul throughout the day and look at Elliott Wave charts with him, be sure to check it out. The links are in the description to jump in our Discord. So it's good stuff there. Brian, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of books out there. We do Elliott Wave stuff in our group. We've got a whole introduction of it and all that stuff if you join. But so there's that out there. There's lots of free stuff out there too. So definitely be sure to check that stuff out. So anyway, guys, really hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Paul, once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Great show tonight.
Hey, you're welcome. Great requests out there. I liked it.
Awesome. Great charts, guys. And again, thanks everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening. We'll see you guys bright and early here tomorrow morning on YouTube for the Good Morning Market Prep video. And of course, for our group, we'll see you guys in the Discord or in the Bubble Report if you guys are Bubble Report members. So again, guys, really appreciate everybody for your support. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Stay healthy out there. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.